Hello class, today is August 2nd, 2021. We're going to be learning about science today. So what I want to do is we're going to review the test we did last week, and we're going to review animal stimulus, the 5 important parts about animal stimulus. First, we're going to review the test and what we need to know before we take that test. So last week, we already went over this, but I want to make sure we really know about things about plants, plant growth factors, photosynthesis, and plant stimulus. These 3 things I want us to remember in our heads. So first thing is plant growth factors. Plant growth factors. There are 4 things to plant growth factors. Do you remember? 4 things to plant growth factors. Let me write this down for you, right? Plant growth factors. We know sunlight. Plants need sunlight to be able to grow. They need air, oxygen, carbon dioxide, right? They make oxygen. They need carbon dioxide. Number 3, water. Water is what, moves the nutrients around. 4, soil. Soil, right? Sunlight, air, water, and soil. These 4 things are plant growth factors. Remember these things, plant growth factors. Sunlight, air, water, and soil. All right, next, moving on, we have photosynthesis factors. Photosynthesis factors. So, what do we need for photosynthesis? Similar to what we need to grow. Plants, we need sunlight plus water. Instead of air, we're going to write carbon dioxide. These 3 things is what's needed for photosynthesis. And what do we make? What do we end up making? We end up making sugar and oxygen. What's another word for sugar? Another word for sugar is glucose. Glucose. Right? So photosynthesis factors. Sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. We make sugar and oxygen. Glucose. These are the things we make. Next, we have plant stimulus. Plant stimulus. What are the 4 plant stimulus? What are the 4 plant stimulus? We have 1, sunlight, or we can write light. What's number 2? Humidity, right? That's related to water. We can think of that as water, right? Humidity is water, right? How much water, where are we going to get the water, right? Humidity is water in the air, but we can think about water in this sense. Number 3, touch. And number 4, when we feel hot or cold, we think about temperature. Right? These are things we feel. Temperature. We have sunlight, humidity, touch, and temperature. These are the 4 things for plant stimulus. Just 4. So now that we know plant growth factors, sunlight, air, water, and soil. Photosynthesis factors, sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide, using photosynthesis, we get sugar and oxygen. Sugar and glucose are the same. And then last, we have plant stimulus: sunlight, humidity, touch, and temperature. So let's take a look at the test I gave you. Most of everyone did very good, right? I say the average was about 80%. So everyone did very, very good. So most of you guys got everything correct. So good job on this test. But I want to review the answers just in case some people didn't understand. So the first part, it says, what is not needed for photosynthesis? We're going to highlight the not. So let's take a look at photosynthesis. What do we need for photosynthesis? We need water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. What do we make? We make sugar and oxygen. So, what is not needed for photosynthesis? All right. Sunlight, we need. Carbon dioxide, we need. Water, we need. These three things we need. Oxygen is the only one we don't need. We make oxygen. So, we're going to circle oxygen. Next, what does glucose mean? What does glucose mean? Sugar is the same as glucose. Do you remember that? Sugar means glucose is the same as glucose. Same as glucose. The same. Sugar and glucose are the same word. So what does glucose mean? It's not carbon dioxide. It's not oxygen. It's not soil. Sugar is the only one. Next, what does photosynthesis make? What does photosynthesis make? We have sugar, water, sunlight, and carbon dioxide. What does it make? It makes sugar and oxygen. So it does not make water, does not make sunlight, does not make carbon dioxide. Sugar is the only thing it makes. That's the only correct answer we can choose from. Okay, so that was quite easy. Let's move on. Next page, we have what do plants not need to grow? So I have highlighted not. That's an important word, not. So what do plants need to grow? We need air, we need soil, we need water, we need sunlight. These are the four things we need. So sunlight, we need that, water, air. Chicken is the only thing we do not need. We do not need chicken. Not need chicken. Next, what is transpiration? Transpiration. Do you remember transpiration? Transpiration is when water, right? Transpiration is when water leaves the stomata. Water leaves the stomata. So transpiration is when water leaves the stomata. So when sugar leaves through the stomata, when water leaves through the stomata, when air leaves through the stomata, when soil leaves through the stomata, water is the only correct choice. Next, we have which is a plant growth factor, right? These are the plant growth factors: air, soil, water, and sunlight. Which is a plant growth factor? So these four choices are correct. Bark is not, stomata is not, books are not, Water is the only growth factor that is correct there. Water is the only one. So 6 questions done. That was quite easy. So let's keep moving on. Which is not a plant stimulus? What are the plant stimulus again? We have touch, temperature, humidity, and sunlight. These 4 things. So which is not a plant stimulus? Not. So let's highlight the word not. Not. We're going to take a not, all right? Not. So we have light, same as sunlight, temperature, which is a stimulus, humidity. Sugar is the only one that is not, all right? Not. Sugar. Oh, that's not. All right, what does photosynthesis not make? Not. Again, we're going to highlight the word not. What does it not make? All right. It only makes 2 things, sugar and oxygen. It only makes 2 things, right? Photosynthesis only makes sugar and oxygen. And sugar is the same as glucose. So it makes glucose, it makes sugar, it makes oxygen. But we need carbon dioxide. So it does not make carbon dioxide. It does not. It doesn't make carbon dioxide. Next, we have a picture of an opened or closed stomata. Opened or closed stomata. That's what the question is asking. Opened or closed. We know this is opened because we saw pictures before. Here we can see the middle. It's opened. We see this white space here. It's opened. It's opened. Right? Usually when water leaves the stomata, it's opened. This part is opened. It's open. So the correct choice is open. Okay, the only correct choice is open. Last one, plant stimulus, right? This is a plant stimulus. Which stimulus is this? Stimulus. Remember, we have 4 stimulus. We have touch, temperature, humidity, and light. Touch, right? We see a plant here, and we see light. It's not touch because no one's touching anything. It's not humidity. Humidity is about water, so it's not humidity. It's either temperature or touch. It's temperature or light. Those 2 are the choices. But we only see a light here. I don't think it's related to temperature. It's not hot or cold. So light can be the only one. Here we can see this light right here, and it's moving towards the sun, the flower, because it needs light. So light is the only stimulus this could be. So as I said again, everyone did very well, very good. I saw a few people get hundreds, a lot of people got 90s, a lot of people got 80s. So I thought everyone did a very good job on this test. I hope it was okay, not too hard, not too easy, but I hope it's easy for everyone too, because that means we understand everything. So good job on this. I just wanted to show everyone the answers, just in case everyone was wondering if they got it right or wrong, right? I wanted to show the answers. Okay, so great job again. So let's take a look at animal responses again and their stimulus. So we learned in the beginning, we have this word frightened. Frightened. Frightened means scared. Hunt means to catch something. Hunt means to catch something. Right? We learned that this boy is frightened. He's scared of the spider. This boy is frightened. He's scared of the spider. We also learned one more word, lick. This cat is licking the finger. This cat is licking the finger. All right, we learned hunt. These bears are hunting the fish. These bears are hunting the fish. So these five things now. Animal stimulus response. Animal stimulus response. Animal stimulus response. So just like plants, animals have stimulus as well. So remember, from plants, we have light, temperature, water, and touch. But we have one new one: sound. Sound. Sound is when we listen. Listen with our ears. Listen with our ears, right? Listen with our ears. So we know light, temperature, water, and touch. Temperature. Think about temperature. We think of high, low. When we say high temperature, we think of hot, maybe 30 Celsius. Low, we think of cold, maybe 0 Celsius, 10 Celsius, 14 Celsius. Cold, right? So when we think of high, it's hot. Low, cold. High, hot. Low, cold. High, hot. Low, cold. High temperature, hot. Low temperature, cold. Okay, so when we think about it. So Thailand would be high temperature. The temperature is always high. It's high temperature because it's hot. It's always hot in Thailand. So certain animals respond to temperature. They go somewhere warm, they like somewhere cold, right? Light and sound, temperature, water, and touch. We're going to review more next time. Again, maybe play a game about it. But today, I have a word search for you about these words. I want you to circle the words in the word search, and I'll put up that worksheet right after this video. But the most important part is I want you to remember there's 5 animal stimulus, 5 of them, right? 5. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plants have 4. The only one extra here is sound. Water is the same as humidity for plants, but water for animals are a bit different. So we can say water here. So make sure you remember these: light, sound, temperature, water, and touch. All right. So I'm going to take a look again with you on Thursday about animal stimulus response and see if you remember these 5 animal stimulus responses. And we're going to probably play a game. But for now, today, I have a worksheet for you. I'll see you guys on Thursday for science again. The next 2 days will be math. And good luck with the worksheet. I think it's quite easy, the word search, finding words. Okay? So great job again on the test you guys did. Great job. Okay? Awesome. Hope you guys have a great day.